It's that time of the year again when you need to file your company's financial statements on the MCA portal. AOC-4 is the form through which the financial statements are to be filed. So how to file form AOC-4 on the MCA portal? Keep watching this video and find out how to file AOC-4 of your company and avoid penalties. Hello and welcome. I'm Ayushi from Clear. We have assisted more than 4 lakh growing businesses. Do subscribe to support us and get a clear explanation of business concepts. Is Form AOC-4 applicable to all companies? Yes, Form AOC-4 is to be filed by all companies. Every company should file financial statements along with Form AOC-4. Every non-banking financial company, that is NBFC, required to comply with the Indian accounting standards, that is Indian AS, should file the financial statements with Form AOC-4 NBFC Indian AS and the consolidated financial statement, if any, with Form AOC-4 CFS NBFC Indian AS. Where the companies are covered under the XBRL requirement under the company's filing of documents and forms in Extensible Business Reporting Language Rules 2015, the financial statement should be uploaded in the XBRL format. The following class of companies should file the financial statements and other documents in e-form AOC-4 XBRL. All companies listed with any stock exchange in India and their Indian subsidiaries. All companies with a capital of rupees 5 crore or above. All companies with a turnover of rupees 100 crores or more. All companies required to prepare the financial statements in accordance with Companies Indian Accounting Standard Rules 2015. The Form AOC-4 must be filed within 30 days of holding the annual general meeting, that is AGM. The last date to hold the AGM was 30th September. Thus, the due date to file the AOC-4 form for FY 2021-22 is 30th October. Now let's look at how to file AOC-4 on the MCA portal. File form AOC-4, go to the MCA website, that is mca.gov.in, go to MCA services, go to company e-filing and click on company forms download. On this page, scroll down to the heading Annual Filing E-Forms. Here, you can click on this to download the AOC-4 form along with the instruction kit, or you can click on this option to download only the form AOC-4. Save the file on your system. The file will be downloaded as a zip form, so you need to extract all of its contents. The form AOC-4 help contains the instructions to file the form AOC-4. You can go through this form before filling the AOC-4 form. The form additional attachment is to attach additional documents along with your AOC-4 form. This is the form AOC-4. Click on it to fill and submit the AOC-4 form. On the AOC-4 form, enter the authorized capital of your company, enter the number of members of your company, enter the CIN of your company and click on the pre-fill button. It will pre-fill the name of your company, address and email ID. Next, select the financial year to which the financial statement relates to. Select the date of Board of Directors meeting in which the financial statements were approved. Select the nature of the financial statements. Select whether provisional financial statements were filed earlier. Select whether they were adopted in the adjourned AGM. Next, enter the details of directors. Enter the DIN of the director and the date of signing of financial statements. You can use the pre-fill button to fill the name and designation of the directors. Enter the date of Board of Directors meeting in which the board's report was approved. and enter the details of the directors who have signed the board reports. Next, enter the date of signing of the reports of the financial statement by the auditors. Enter whether annual general meeting was held. If yes, enter the date of the AGM, the due date of AGM, and whether extension for financial year or AGM was granted. Next, select whether your company is a subsidiary. If yes, then enter the details of it. Next is whether your company has a subsidiary. If yes, enter the details of your subsidiary company. Next is the detail of the auditors. Enter the number of auditors, the PAN of the auditor or auditor's firm. Select the category of the auditor. Enter the membership number of the auditor or auditor's firm, the SRN or form ADT1. Enter the name and address of the auditor or auditor's firm. Next, select whether Schedule 3 of the Companies Act is applicable to your company. Select the type of industry. Select whether consolidated financial statements are required or not. Select whether the company is maintaining the books of accounts in an electronic form. If yes, you need to give the complete postal address of the place of maintenance of the computer servers of the books of accounts of your company. You need to also provide the details of the service provider, if any, who has stored the books of accounts of your company in an electronic form. Next, we come to part B of the form AOC-4. Here, you need to enter the particulars as reflected in your balance sheet. You need to enter the figures at the end of the current reporting period, and you need to enter the figures at the end of the previous reporting period. You need to enter the figures relating to your equity, that is shareholders fund, share capital, reserves and surplus, money received against share warrants. Enter the figures of your non-current liabilities and current liabilities. Enter the figure of non-current assets and current assets. Next, you need to enter the detailed balance sheet items. Enter the details of long-term borrowings unsecured. Enter the details of short-term borrowings unsecured, details of long-term loans and advances, details of long-term loans and advances which are doubtful, details of trade receivables. Next is the financial parameters related to balance sheet. Here you need to enter the details related to share application money, deposits accepted, deposits matured, investment in subsidiary companies, investment in government companies, capital reserves, calls unpaid, forfeited shares, borrowings, warrants issued, etc. Enter the share capital raised during the reporting period. Next, enter the details relating to cost records and cost audit. Select whether your company needs to maintain the cost records. Select whether the audit of the cost records of the company has been mandated. Next is the information and particulars related to the profit and loss account. You need to enter the details of the statement of profit and loss account for the current reporting period as well as the previous reporting period. Enter the revenue from operations, the total revenue, total expenses, tax expense, profit or loss for the period from continuing operations, profit or loss from discontinuing operations, earning per equity share, earning per equity share after extraordinary items as reflected in your profit and loss account. Enter the details of profit and loss items. Enter the details of earnings in foreign exchange, details of expenditure in foreign exchange, if any. Enter the financial parameters of the profit and loss account items, such as proposed dividend, income in foreign currency, expenditure in foreign currency, revenue subsidiaries or grants received from government authorities, rent paid, consumption of stores and spare parts, bad debts of related parties, as reflected in your profit and loss account. Next, enter the details related to principal products or services of your company.
Enter the total number of product or services. It is mandatory to fill the turnover of the product or service category, highest turnover contributing product or service code, description of the product or service, turnover of highest contributing product or service of your company. Next is the provisions relating to the CSR of your company. Select whether the CSR is applicable for your company. If yes, you need to enter the details such as turnover of your company, net worth of your company, net profits for the last 3 financial years, average net profit of the company for last 3 financial years, the prescribed CSR expenditure, total amount spent on CSR for the financial year, the amount spent in local area, the manner in which the amount is spent during the financial year, the number of CSR activities, the details related to CSR projects, and even the details relating to the implementing agencies, if any. Next is the disclosure about related party transactions. Enter the number of contracts or arrangements not at arm's length basis, if any, related to your company. Next is the auditor's report. In case your company is a government company, then whether the Comptroller and Auditor General of India has commented upon or supplemented the audit report. Next is the details of remarks made by the auditors and applicability of the CARO. Select whether the auditor's report has been qualified or has any reservations or contains any adverse remarks. Whether the CARO is applicable to your company. If yes, then you need to provide the details of the auditor's comments on the items specified under the CARO. Next, select whether the secretarial audit is applicable and select whether the details, disclosures with respect to director's report is attached. Next part is the attachments. You need to mandatorily attach the copy of the financial statements duly authenticated as per section 134, that is the board's report, auditor's report and other financial documents. You can also attach the company CSR policy, details of other entities, secretarial audit report and details of remaining CSR activities. The last part is the declaration part. Enter the resolution number through which you are authorized to sign this AOC-4 form. Enter your DSC, designation and the director identification number or the PAN. Select the practicing professional who is certifying the AOC-4 form. Attach the DSC of the certifying professional and enter the membership number. Click on check form. It will take you to the place which is mandatory but has been left out in the form. Once the check form is clear, click on pre-scrutiny and save this form to upload on the MCA portal. Once you save your AOC-4 form, go back to the MCA website and click on My Workspace. Here, enter your username, password and sign in to the MCA portal. Here, click on Upload e-forms, select Normal Forms and click on Browse and select the saved AOC-4 form and click on the Upload button and then pay the required fees. With this, the filing of form AOC-4 is complete.
I hope you understood how to file AOC-4 form. If yes, please write clear in the comments below. If not, let us know your query in the comments below and we will address them as soon as possible. If form AOC-4 is not filed within the due date, the company will have to pay a penalty of Rs 10,000 plus Rs 100 for each day of default, subject to a maximum of Rs 2 lakhs. The managing director or chief financial officer or any other director to whom the board assigns the responsibility will have to pay a penalty of Rs 10,000 plus Rs 100 for each day of default, subject to a maximum of Rs 50,000. So folks, that's it for today. You can contact our experts for business or finance related queries by clicking on the chat link provided in the description box below. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more such informative videos and stay tuned for more updates.